G'day everyone, Damien here again, and today's blog video is about bad tenants, or more importantly, how to avoid bad tenants. Now, what is a bad tenant? If I'm a bad tenant, I've got two personal qualities that make me as such. First of all, I have a lack of respect for authority, i.e. I sign a lease and don't comply with it. And secondly, I have a lack of respect for other people's possessions, namely I rent your investment property off you and then I trash it. So I have no respect for the fact that it's your possession and that it's worthwhile. Now, if I have those two qualities, what sort of person am I? And where am I living? Now, those qualities will affect other aspects of my life, like my employment. And I say this very, very carefully, okay? Poor people aren't necessarily bad tenants. In fact, of course, the great majority of poor people are good tenants. But I'll tell you this, the great majority of bad tenants are poor. So I'm making a very clear distinction there. The great majority of bad tenants are poor. And if you want to stay away from the bad tenants, stay away from the lower end of the market, because the qualities that make them bad tenants are the same qualities that stop them from getting highly paid jobs. Number one way to avoid bad tenants is to do that. Then what you need to do is make sure your rental manager loves you. Send them flowers every year, always be nice to them, really lavish them with praise, because they will have an eye for who's likely to turn out a bad tenant and who's not. They'll check their history and things like that. And if your rental manager loves you, they're not going to do that to you. But if you're a jerk and you're always giving your rental manager a hard time, they just might put that tenant into your property instead of someone else's. So food for thought. And then what can we have if we do get a bad tenant? Then how do we deal with it? Well, we need two things in place to protect ourselves from a bad tenant. The first thing is we need to have a large cash buffer, and the second thing is we need to have landlord insurance. Now, why a large cash buffer? Well, as soon as you've got a tenant who's not paying the rent, you need to evict them straight away. That takes time. And also, if they've trashed the house, you can't rent the property out immediately anyway, because you have to do repairs. Now, if you've got cash in reserve, that cash will absorb the blow of them not paying rent and will also allow you to immediately fix any damages they've done the moment they move out, so you can get a new tenant in there paying the rent straight away. Now, insurance policy is the second thing we do, but it'll move more slowly and it won't pay out straight away. So we use the cash to fix the problem, and then we claim against the insurance policy to be reimbursed for our costs. Now, there's some great landlord's insurance policies out there that protect you from bad tenant behaviour, vacancies that are no fault of your own and things like that. So make sure you check those things out. So in summary, don't buy in the low end of the market. Make sure your rental manager loves you, maintain a good cash buffer, and make sure you've got landlord's insurance. That's it from me today. If you like this, make sure you share it, comment below or like the post, and until next time, I'll see you later. Cheers.